ho ho! What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper back with another session of Murata's greatness, of one's ingenious work. Today we're covering One Punch Man 109 on the One Punch Man podcast. Great chapter, a little bit shorter than others, but just as much quality and great content in it. I'm here today with the heroes you already know. What y'all niggas feeling, bro? What's going on?
Hey man, I woke up. That's a good thing because I was about to like abandon this time because I was not up at the correct time. I woke up probably like 20 minutes before the podcast.
Damn.
That is close. Yeah. The chapter started off good. I enjoyed it overall, but I wasn't feeling it as much towards the end. It was kind of funny, but then I'm like, maybe that was too long on that particular kind of joke.
You tripping.
I knew that's why whatever.
Yeah, I really like this chapter. I'm glad that we got another one because you have to remember, we waited a friggin' month for 108, so it's nice that we got this little bonus content to 109. And I've kind of noticed that 107, 108, and 109 are all kind of one continuous, unbroken story. So that's kind of cool that they all kind of connect like that. But yeah, I like this chapter. I love King, as you guys know, so this was like porn to me pretty much.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the soul set like 3 chapters. Yeah, what was it? Dark Shine, and then Tatsumaki's confrontation. Then
no, just 107 was just like Tatsumaki running into Giro, and then that led into Saitama encountering Orochi, and then they fought, and then it went back to Tatsumaki and Giro.
106 was Dark Shine chapter.
Yeah.
Okay. It has been a really fucking good run, man. It's usually like you already know how it is. Like a chapter will be complete, episodic almost. So to see a continued line is always great. Aside from the other storylines like the super tournament and shit like that. We've been waiting for one of these. But let's get down to business. Once again, I guess we have to repeat the official question and see if our thoughts have changed. Is he dead?
He did.
I'm still hoping for hope.
All I'll say is that there's a realistic chance that he could come back.
Fuck, man. Like, I don't know how to take this type of end because, like, sure his head's down there. Giro even asked, is he dead and shit? But you would feel that something would be, or we would get a hint that he isn't dead. And I scoured throughout that page and I couldn't really find anything. But at the same time, this would be a great opportunity to pan away. And Saitama, I'm assuming at least, hasn't really left the area. I guess he went downstairs to where the head is, because that's where, good?
He didn't even have time to do that, because when you see, like, the little I Spy, whatever, fly up, and it sees Saitama, he basically looks like it as if he's probably not even moved anywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because remember, both of those fights, the psychic battle and the battle of ultimate life forms were happening about the same time, so the overlap is there.
Yeah, but I mean, in the last panel of the last... Oh, no, yeah, you're right. No, she did fly up. The drone flew way up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. He probably didn't move at all. Fuck, man. I mean,
he might still be in, like, that particular little room or whatever, but he hasn't gotten very far.
Damn.
Because it flew in the hole, to get there, and then that's when he goes, ooh, bug, smash.
Fuck, man. So, if he's dead, then what? Like,
then the executives.
Yeah, we're on to the new monsters that we haven't seen fight.
Just remember that it's not set in stone how powerful the executives are. We only know that they're dragons.
Which can always fluctuate. as Phoenix Man taught us.
Yeah, so like Phoenix Man was a demon, and then he became that powerful. Imagine if somebody who's like already a dragon, what happens if they go to the next level?
How likely is that in your opinion?
Very.
Oh damn,
Not-
nigga.
Not a
scary.
spoiler. Not a spoiler.
Okay,
That's
facts,
still
facts.
scary.
So this nigga thinking that, okay, so above dragon or just going to high dragon or some shit like that.
It could be either.
Nigga.
Basically getting into the area where Saitama has to deal with all of them.
I think it's going to get to the point of where one of the executives are going to be as strong as Orochi. Maybe even stronger.
Wow.
So like multiple S-class fight, essentially.
Yeah, I mean it can't just climax here. It can't just be like it can't you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't make sense for it to reach its peak of powerful characters and then only decline after here. You know, that would like kind of deflate the excitement.
That brings up 2 points that I want to talk about, because like getting all right, the previous fights that we've gotten, right? Darkshine, Zombie, Flashy, Child, fucking amazing fights. Did you feel that things were escalating and getting more, like the stakes were getting higher after every fight? Because I didn't.
Not Darkshine, that's for fucking sure.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it was just it varied because we went Child Emperor was the first one who, and his
Set the bar
his
high.
opponent was a demon that went to dragon, and then we had Flashy Flash, same deal, demon to dragon. Then I guess you can say Zombie Man, and his was just straight up demon. So it was like it just varied from fight to fight. And Darkshine was just a regular demon. And I guess you can include Sweet Mass too. Just fought Does, which was an easy watch. So I didn't feel like it was escalating. It was very.
yeah, that's what throws me off on this entire like tangent in general. Because like what Zhoniin says is like basic story structure. You got your fucking your beginning, your rising action, your climax, and then your resolution type shit, right? Even though these fights have been like, high stakes, some of them really been cool, other ones have been one shots, that's still part of the rising action. The term rising action is just the path to the climax. So it doesn't matter if they're hype or not, it's just how you get to the climax. Is it necessarily going to be a negative if like this is like the highest point now and the rest of them are going to be like, I don't want to say declines, because like, shit, we about to get real creditless right now. Fuck.
It would have to stay at least on this base level, to maintain momentum for the rest of the arc. Because if it goes down, then that's a literal downer for everything that's been built up to this point.
So then
Yeah, it would make sense. Like imagine like when Boros came, if Boros was like the first guy to die, and then they just fought Melzergar and Glory Boss after that.
It would have to be glorious. And just how you said, there's definitely
No, I mean
potential.
I'm saying they're just the same. Except Boros just died first instead of last.
So then let me ask you this then. What needs to come next for us to stay at this high level then?
Well, I mean it already has it. It has mystery on its side. Like the manga readers have no idea what the unknown executives are or what they could do. And there's like 5 characters that we've only seen like 3 panels or 2 panels of.
Black Sperm, Homeless, Fear, Gums,
The Evil Natural Water.
Evil Natural Water.
I
He's
forgot
my
about
favorite.
him.
I guess the final stance would be, this is why I like it, because you're not supposed to be able to predict or confidently understand what should happen next. That has been the case in certain occurrences in One Punch Man, but one does an amazing job of not giving us that. We didn't fucking know that Goketsu was going to get one-shotted. Like that, I thought it was going to be a fight, and we didn't get that. Like, as mad as we are for that, I thank him for doing that because it showed me that he's not going to do on that stereotypical bullshit. It wasn't another Sea King. Even though Sea King was amazing, he knows how to write differently. He can do whatever he wants to. So we're now at another stance to where, it's like we pointed out, it's likely Orochi's dead. It's also likely that he isn't. If he is, like we just pointed out, the remainder of the fights have to be hype enough to keep us at this level, which they most likely are going to be. But at the same time, if he's not dead, what about that? How do you guys see the landscape if Orochi isn't dead? What is the next outcome? What's the next scenario?
He has to be fodder for Garo.
Yeah, Garo is going to be the final boss overall. If he's not, then this his whole motivation of being like the monster is kind of pointless.
So he should come back to life to die to Garo?
Yes. If he came back, I don't see what other purpose he would serve, because he already got faded by the strongest person in the verse. For him to come back and fight someone like, let's just say, a Thomas Samurai, it'd just be overkill. It's like, why is this happening? But with Garo, it makes sense.
I have an idea of how Orochi can come back. Okay, we see the remains of his head that we saw in the last chapter, but the light in his eyes are gone. And remember how I mentioned a progenitor, like the original monster cell in last podcast? Well, what if that has become like his consciousness at this point? He's like, okay, I gotta ditch this body. There's nothing left of it. So he transfers his soul, mind, or whatever into the progenitor cell, and then goes looking for a new body.
That sounds like some Demon King shit.
Could be. But to kind of like maybe fix the problems that he, encountered with Saitama, it's like, okay, well, this what I had going for me wasn't working. There's a lot of dead monsters in this facility. What if he just kind of zombies it up and starts making a giant patchwork body? He's like, come to me, my fallen.
I think you figured it out. That's it.
All right, well then, before we keep it pushing, let's ask the hardest question. Was this fight worth it then? Like, could it have been better, or like, are you disappointed in any extent, or do you think that another fight was better? Not in this argument.
The Orochi versus Saitama?
Yeah, I meant since we've entered the underground facility, has there been a fight that's been better, along with the other questions?
Yeah, I think Flashy Flash is probably overall like the better fight, but the more, I don't know how to explain this, the more entertaining fight is Orochi versus Saitama by far, but the better fight, I think, is Flashy Flash versus the ninjas.
For me, my favorite fight remains the Zombie Man versus Pure Blood.
No, that whole chapter, that's probably my favorite chapter too. I love that one. But for the Orochi versus Saitama fight, I really would have liked it if like he punched Orochi and like Orochi took it, but then he killed him like after that. I would have liked that. I mean, it's just like it really doesn't separate Orochi from the other monsters who have been one punched. So he's not like Boros, you know what I mean? Like Boros, we know he can take a punch, but now it's like, oh
yeah,
Orochi, he was built up to just be another one punch guy.
Yeah, I think that may be the main thing with that fight. We didn't really get anything that really power scaled him, because we've already said this before. Like, Saitama is the outlier. If you fight someone, it's like it doesn't matter, because we're not going to get a proper scale from Saitama because he's the strongest and he can one punch anybody. But if Orochi was able to tank a punch or something like that, that would that would put things into perspective of how strong he is, but we didn't get that. Not really. I mean, we had people talking about how he dodged the punch, but to me, that's not much.
Overall, I think I'm still biased on the whole Child Emperor Phoenix map fight. It had the bad, with the redraws and everything, but it's still probably my favorite one overall.
That's how you know a series is really spectacular. Like when everyone has a different favorite. When there's like not one unanimously best fight.
I just have robot bias.
No, but now I'm thinking back on it, and like all of them have their own little quality that makes them like really good. It's difficult to really pick just one.
Yeah.
There's the short and sweets. There's the more drawn out. There's really varied in like what happens.
And that's just in like the past like 10 chapters or so. Because before that we got Rover versus Goro, Rover versus Orochi, EC versus Bang Bomb Genos and King, Shiryu versus Goketsu and the boys. This is how you write a fighting shonen, a battle shonen. Not only are the drawn aesthetics, the techniques, the attacks, how they draw the fights, how the fights end, how they occur. Not only is that like iconic and great, it's just all flows. Like one of my biggest gripes about like One Piece or Naruto is like how with every attack they gotta fucking say the name or like say whatever it is, or like explain the attack or whatever shit like that. That isn't the case here. This isn't some kid's story where they're like, no offense to Hunter x Hunter, where like they gotta explain the technique 15 times in a super detailed way from like 8 different characters every single fight. You see those tropes or those little examples or those techniques every here and there every once in a while, because that's good writing as well to vary how you're to vary the quality of the story and how you're presenting it. But this is just, man. And I thought it'd be blasphemous to say that Orochi versus Saitama wasn't the best fight besides Boros, but I'm glad that that's not the case. I'm good.
Oh, we were talking about best fights in the series? I thought just this arc.
No, just this is arc. But I was saying, like, for example, like everything else that's happened before that point as well has also been equally as iconic. But this portion here has been substantial.
There's been build up to this arc basically since the beginning of the series. So if it doesn't have some of the best fights in the series, then that's a lot for naught.
Was it like 60 chapters worth of build up? Kind of. Since the Monster Association first showed up?
Well, I just meant like the fact that, like as soon as you found out that like monsters were a regular thing in this world, you knew eventually there was going to be an organization of them.
I didn't know that.
And that there was going to be some big ass powerful monsters running the show behind the scenes. And we're finally getting to see them. And so the big fights are going to come along with that because that's how it goes. And so yeah, this arc, while not explicitly stated, has been built up since the very first chapter.
Damn, bruh. If you really want to do that, all right.
Well, one day you guys are going to realize that the final arc was built up in the first chapter too.
Oh yeah, that his whole psychological presentation at first. No doubt. That's been the entire way.
What? No, nothing about psychological. Just I'm talking about strictly plot.
Did Gino say? No, he didn't show up.
I mean, I can't go into it because we have yet to understand why that is. But once a certain part of the story is revealed, it's going to make sense that the first chapter is like a part of the overall larger story.
Damn, now I'm going to have to reread the first chapter and scrutinize every little detail.
But you won't. I mean, you won't know what to look for until you understand. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But it will make sense. I can't wait to see that part in the manga.
Well, when we get
It's
to
coming
that
up
part,
soon. We might get to that before the year is over.
all I can say is when we get to that part, let us know so we can reread and kind of refresh on all
Oh,
those
I'm going to talk
details,
about it. Trust me, I'm going to talk about it when it gets to that point.
so that maybe when we get to that podcast, like you'd be like, okay, guys, tell me what you think the one crucial linchpin in the whole
What's the
series
One Piece?
was. And then you can just laugh your ass off as we don't guess it right, most likely.
No, I think you will.
Nice. Another huge point of contention for this chapter is Darkshine. So previously,
Misidentified Baldy.
yeah, previously, under my personal assumption, I believed that King was going to receive the credit for being Orochi. Now, seeing as that hasn't been proven wrong yet, and we even got a hint towards that belief at the end of the chapter, this reference to Darkshine becomes that much more significant. Is the information about, is the misinformed fact about Darkshine gonna flourish, or is it gonna spread, or is that gonna change? Good.
That's a good point you're bringing up. I didn't think about that. It all depends on if Tatsumaki is going to do other stuff other than fight Giro. But go, Satsuki. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that Tatsumaki may ask Darkshine about it, and Darkshine is going to be like, no, not like I fought a bug. Like, no, that didn't happen. Because he's not King. He's not going to just like go with it. He's just going to like, he seems pretty honest. So he's going to be like, no, I fought like a bug guy. That's it.
It's like
If that's the only person he fights. Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not kill the big snake guy. I tried to make it rhyme.
I like how
He
you
would actually probably say it was King.
It's probably
like,
King.
Yeah.
Yo, there it is. There it is, confirmed right there, bruh. She's finna go up to Darkseid, just like Suzuki said. He's finna be like, a snake thingy. No. That's probably King. That's exactly what's gonna happen, bro. Because he puts respect on King's name heavy as hell, bro. He really does. Hell, there it is, bro. There it is. We got it. You heard it here first. Official Zhoniin theory. He's gonna make a video about it later on today. Check that shit out. Darkseid finna put King on. You already know. Because I'm like, what if she doesn't like confront him like that? But still, though.
Well, it could happen regardless. Like if she like doesn't confront Darkshine at all, you know, to like verify if it's like, hey, did you fight the giant, you know, snake thing? And it's like, no. But then if she doesn't, then the misconception can easily grow. And then like, oh, has anyone seen King in a while? Like the big bad was apparently blown to pieces, and you know King's reputation.
I think Tatsumaki would definitely ask around about it because she's been so adamant about fighting the strongest person here. And from Gero yelling out Orochi, I think that's going to fuck with her.
It's like, who stole my glory?
This was really masterful on One's part too, now that I think back at it. Because if you remember, Child Emperor was making a pretty big deal about the transponders. He was like, don't lose them, and like, you're not going to be able to call for help. And at the time period, I thought it was going to be a huge plot point. We even talked about it on the podcast, how like that may turn out to like bite us in the butt later on. And in the Phoenix fight, we even got one or two instances of like that mattering, like him calling for Flashy's assistance, but it not showing up or whatever, and seeing Flashy. So like, it's funny how one positioned that exactly to where everything else that happens can flourish, or certain other things that happen can flourish off of that. Like King getting clout, as we're talking about right now, people not knowing who's doing what, not being able to identify power scaling and shit like that, you know, hiding people's true powers and true identities and shit. It's all been pretty badass, and the little nuances that he puts in there. So the next point we should discuss is Tatsumaki. Can Tatsumaki beat Orochi?
That's a really good question.
I don't think we got anything in this chapter that made us go, yeah, that can happen. There's nothing in this chapter that made us reaffirm that or deny it. I mean, pretty much we're in the same position that we were when we first asked this question. at least in my eyes.
I mean, she tanked that lightning blast, whatever the hell Giro did in this chapter. So, can she tank Orochi's blast? It's like, it's hard to really expect anyone outside of Saitama to be able to tank that shit. But can she also muscle him around? It's like, maybe not.
We haven't seen her lift anything as big as Orochi, right?
Well, when she was throwing shit at Boros' ship, she was like throwing tons of shit.
Yeah, those were like almost building size objects, the bullets that the ship were firing.
Orochi's not building sized.
I'm just saying, so it's like size doesn't matter, it's all about the density and how much force the object is actually like trying to fight against her powers.
Like think back to when Tank Top Master was throwing shit, Boros' ship, and then she interjected. Think about all the shit she threw just in that sequence alone. That was way bigger than Orochi.
So then Tatsumaki should be able to lift and restrain Orochi, or no?
So all of those bullets shooting down from Boros' ship, her stopping them and then throwing them back up.
That's a lot of force.
I think she could probably wrestle with him.
She'd tie him into a pretzel.
Now, was that like that little whenever Giro hit her with her like eyeball lightning cannon, or like
eye laser?
Yeah, eye lasers, whatever you want to call them, lightning eyes. Was that the explosion, or was that her force field?
I think that was her force field.
Looking at Tatsumaki, it looked like that was her having a force field. Because she's like in a stance where looks like she's exerting power. It looks like a force field to me.
Yeah, and all the lightning beams are like look like exploding on a certain point when they reach a certain place. So I guess so, yeah.
But also Giro says that was a direct hit. But if it was a force field, don't you think that they'd be like, damn it, I hit her force field?
That's what I'm saying, bro. What if they hit her and she ate that shit like a sandwich? Nigga, like,
I'm thinking that's what happened. Because you see like a glowing aura around her, the outline of her body. So maybe she has like...
She's like talking about the attack?
Yeah, maybe she has like a coating.
She had that whenever she first showed up, right after the Dark Shine chapter. I was mentioning like Tatsumaki's got a shine as well too. So like that's probably the manifestation of her using her psychic powers. How they do it like green in the anime. But then
it's like really put on display.
Yeah.
Right after the attack.
Like she's glowing and everything though, like oh my
But even if it is the green stuff, it's still like I guess it's implying that she has like a skin tight barrier.
It's like a membrane.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like, nah, she looks so fucking sexy too, bro. Like, oh my god. Like, it's all right. We were talking about this in the Discord too. An absence of Tatsumaki, or excuse me, an absence of Fubuki does not mean like plentiful of other people. You shouldn't, and I even asked this in one of the poll questions. You shouldn't try and cheat on Fubuki because he hasn't been around. Like that's don't do that. But
yeah,
Tatsumaki's like
that's how the question was worded.
Yeah, I don't know, but Tatsumaki like she's been looking bad for more than a few chapters now, bro. So can we just continue to ignore her? Like, is she like, did she overtake Mizuki now, or?
I mean, no. Well, yeah, not for me. I already had her like above Mizuki. I know that's like blasphemous, but
nah,
yeah,
me too. I had her over Mizuki too.
Wow. Don't lie.
Monster.
Don't lie. If Matt heard you,
I'll burn you both at the stake.
Damn, man. Because it's like whenever I take that into account. It's like not only is that like the beauty of the character, but like how many panels of them we have. like Asami is, one of my top favorites, but I only have like 4 to 5 panels of her. Tatsumaki's now going on to like fucking to 8 to like 10 to 12 panels of straight sexiness. Not to mention Fubuki's like glorious gallery of voluptuous, like panel a number.
A few more adjectives on that.
Like she's everything, bro. Like that's the best way to put it. She's everything. So Tatsumaki's a little bit less of everything, but she's she's starting to get some of that too. So, man, she's just. At first I wasn't sure why Zhoniin would always hype the fuck out of Tatsumaki, but like the more that I see her, bro, like the booty's doing it, bro. Them thighs is doing it, dog. I'm here for it.
Just be glad she's like, what, 28 years old? Otherwise, this would be a very weird conversation to be having.
Yeah, she's old enough, bro. She got the curves for it, too, bro. She's... Oh. So, speaking of this confrontation, Giro seems... Or something is being extracted from the puppet. I originally didn't think that it was a bodysuit or like a suit of armor, like Cracker from One Piece, but that may be the case. Is this Tatsumaki? Or excuse me, is this Giro? Or is this some human or some type of like token or whatever that you have to have inside of the puppet in order for it to function? Or is this an inferior psychic user that was used for a puppet?
This is definitely, or in my eyes, I think it's definitely Giro. Because, first of all, because it would seem like overkill to have like a bodysuit and then have another person there. It's like, what are those shits called? Like the Russian dolls? Like a person.
Yeah, Russian nesting dolls. But I forget their actual name. It's like Makeshna, or I don't know. I don't know Russian.
It seems like too much. Like, what are you, at that point, what are you protecting? Like, you just keep stacking them. But the telltale was when she pulled Giro's real body out, and then she said, "Aren't you Fubuki's friend?" Which, how the fuck can she tell that? Because we don't even see a face.
That's why
I don't know.
From panel to panel, a lot more time could have happened where she's totally rendered all of the flesh puppet away by that point. So,
yeah.
Well, that's why I'm questioning it, because we all saw what she looked like when she had her glasses on, talking to her roti and shit, all suited up, dressed out with her hair down.
How big were her boobs in that flashback, by the way? Because I'm not seeing none right now.
That's why I'm saying, where are the titties?
That's why.
Where are the titties, man? Like, girl will have her shits popping out, jiggling and shit as they're being stretched or whatever, And next chapter, bro, we might see some of this, like, putting it, let's call it skin or whatever. We may see some of this, like, dragging skin falling off of her voluptuous naked body, or titties out, or shit like that. Cover her nipples. I would die for that.
I don't know, man. You don't see them. You don't see the outline of them.
Exactly.
Unless it's a Tatsumaki situation where possibly all of that psychic power has pressed them down.
Yeah, they're being flattened. They're being compressed right now.
Damn, that's concerning, then.
Man,
that's like meat getting, like when you take a meat hammer to a chicken breast.
Yeah,
just mash them titties down.
Damn, bro.
But on the other side of things, if this turns out not to be Giro's real form, and it's just like another psychic, because it's already, wasn't it you, Zhoniin, that mentioned like at one point that like all the eyes might have been from other psychics to just accumulate more power?
it is.
That is. Yeah.
So this could have just been an exceptional psychic where the eyes weren't all that was needed. Like, it was like, okay, you're good enough, I'll just use your whole body.
But the thing is, like, because I'm thinking that too. That's a very strong possibility to a certain extent. But like, it was mentioned before that I guess Tatsumaki sensed the link between Giro and this puppet form. That's why we were speculating before. So like, what does it mean to be a puppet? And I thought we had a clear perception that it would be like, she's not here. So the absence of titties and that quote, is this really Gero being pulled out?
That's Gero. It's just, man, maybe Murata was tired. He didn't feel like drawing the titties. But with yeah. I mean, it's Murata. The titties are coming. There's no doubt.
I mean, I'm not doubting. I'm just saying, because a chapter ago or 2 chapters ago, we got teased with it. She was getting her ass bust, and I thought, fuck it, finally. We got the quote, the titties are coming out next chapter. He gave us an even better chapter with the Saitama fight. Now we're back to this. Unless this nigga's a tease, bro, I don't know, man. You may be right. I don't know, bro.
We need Gero though. Like, I'm tired. Like, I need to see this form, for real.
Thing is, we don't know really any of Fubuki's friends.
That's what I was about to ask next. So backstories: lesbian lover, long term. Cause y'all remember that backstory I gave a while back, right? Ah, nigga, I actually said it, bro. Yo, hey, go back, nigga, go back and listen to the podcast. I said it that they were friends and that Gero had a grudge against Fubuki. And, nigga, go back and listen to the podcast, bro. Grimm out here with the theories, dog. Nigga, when I tell me listen to the podcast, bro.
I know what you said. Like, why are you so hype?
Grimm the Prophet, bro. Let me change my name to that right now, bro. Grimm the Prophet, nigga. He tripping.
Oh my goodness.
But what do you guys think the connection is?
Childhood friend. They all knew each other at one point.
Psychic Institute.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, what would break them apart?
I can't really speak on it.
I figured.
Damn. I was gonna say, bro, it's your chance to finally do a backstory, but you probably got hit webcomic info.
Wait a minute. What is the age gap between Fubuki and Tatsumaki? Aren't they like 4 years apart?
6 years? 4 years?
I think 3.
6? 3?
She's 25?
I think.
I just wanted to see, because if Fubuki and Gero are the same age, I just wanted
they're
to see.
about 5 years apart.
Okay.
Fubuki's only 23. And Tatsumaki is, I'll just double check it. I'm pretty sure it's like 28. Yes, 28. So 5-year difference.
Speaking of the princess, exquisite art. It's always a blessing, a monumental event whenever Murata Sensei decides to add to the Fubuki gallery, and he did it quite well this week. Out of 10, compared to the other Fubuki picks, stances in both cover pages and in chapter, what are your thoughts on Fubuki this chapter, man? Out of 10, what's up, dog?
8 out of 10. It still doesn't stack up to the one where Fubuki is like in the mirror putting on lipstick. That's probably like one of the best ones. But it was like, there's not a Fubuki panel that's lower than a 7, in my opinion.
I have to give it a 7. Because it's not like full body, all the details, all the accentuated bits you want in focus. There's the one good one on, it's a Mangasi's version on page 10, where, she's got her arms tucked underneath her boobs and they're kind of lifting. That's the high point.
Oh yeah, they 9 out of 10. At least for the boobs. I wish we could have seen butt, but probably the best they've ever looked in this chapter. He went in on them titties.
I like them titties when she's sitting there talking to Bang and Bomb and she says, "Why are you stopping all of a sudden? You don't look so good." And it's like a side view because you see like the opening in the back of her dress, and then you see them perky ass titties just sitting there. Like, it's exquisite. But my favorite one, it's by far, Zhoniin pointed this out earlier, but it's when she's holding herself and she's looking petrified, I love it because of her face. Like she looks like completely Asian, and I made a comparison earlier with a real life individual that these guys thought I didn't look like her. It's this uh entertainment actress called Little.
Just tell it like it is, Grimm. This is the podcast. You've said worse.
Yeah. I mean, just last podcast, weren't we talking about how would you let Bang smash your mom and grandmother? But now we can't say porn star.
Whoa, Satsuki, whoa, bro. So there's this porn star that like niggas told me about her. Shit, it's not like I looked her up or anything like that. Me and Zhoniin don't watch porn.
Yeah, and black men don't cheat. That's just.
But her name's Little Ray Black, and I'll put up a picture on the screen for her right now. But okay, I can agree that she doesn't look exactly like Fubuki, sure. But in the particular panel I'm talking about, I guess like the shape of her face kind of resembles like this individual, and like it's not exactly whatever, but like they both look cute as fuck, both look sexy as fuck. She obviously doesn't compare to Fubuki, but like she resembles her to a certain extent. So I just wanted to make a little connection and say, give you guys a little bit more fat material for the night. When you think about Fubuki, you can use a real life person.
Yeah. Vote in the comments. Hashtag that my real life Fubuki or that not my Fubuki.
Yeah, you already know, bro. Type in not my Fubuki or not. Let's see that she looks alike. She's very. The other point that I want to address besides that is, I don't know if this is odd, but like, were Bang and Bomb thinking that they weren't gonna encounter anybody stronger than Garo?
Yeah, I thought that was bullshit. He was having a senior moment.
Yeah, maybe my nigga just forgot. I don't know. Like what?
You went into the monster nest, as it were.
No, this is. Yeah, go ahead.
You just walk into like the association that has monsters composing the whole bit of it, and you think, oh, I guess Garo, my student, is the only thing down here. Nope.
So the only thing that this actually kind of makes sense that they would think that, because so they weren't privy to the information of Orochi in Chapter 93. They were excluded from all of that. And also, like, when Bang encounters Elder Centipede, he's like, this must be the strongest monster they have, or something like that. I'm pretty sure he says that. So he must think that, like, now that Elder Centipede's dead, they probably don't have anybody as strong as him.
I forget that they weren't involved in that briefing, which then would explain in the last chapter when they were dodging the lightning and blocking it and stuff. And Bomb was like, oh, they have lightning generation down here? It would make sense, I guess. But it's still a stupid thing to assume. It's like, I would assume the worst possible scenarios.
I mean, I'm just thinking because like the Earth was fucking shaking like at least 2 to 3 times down here. The Emperor Nova, the recent blast, the Emperor Nova and the punch, because I think they had a reaction to the punch, not the Emperor Nova. No, I think the Emperor Nova too, right?
I think just about everyone kind of had a reaction to that, but I might be mixing it up with Saitama's punch on Rover.
But I guess, yeah, if it can connect a little bit, yeah. Because they weren't, just like you said, they weren't privy to the briefing that Child Emperor was giving, so they should be excluded on some pieces of information, which is going to be disadvantageous, but let's see how they pull out, man. It is Bang and Bomb, so there's not much that they can't do. All right, so let's keep it pushing then. On to the main part of the chapter, the greatness, the holiness. Oh, our Lord has come and arrived with that dang. He was doing that dang to niggas this chapter. King Sama. Oddly enough, I don't think we've ever done a whole thoughts, quote unquote, for King. So let's start with that.
Yeah, he did that thing to him. I can't deny that. King is just a funny character. Like it doesn't really matter what circumstance he's in, the nigga's going to get out of it. He could go in front of Orochi before Saitama fought him, and he would survive some way, somehow. I have no doubt in my mind.
Orochi choking on a cough drop.
I wasn't surprised by what happened in the chapter.
Yeah, this is amazing. It's just a bit like if he did encounter Orochi, Saitama would just step in. Or like all of the S-class heroes just randomly run into each other coincidentally.
Saitama takes the punch, takes out Orochi. King like does a fist pump in the air, and it's like, "Yes, I'm saved," and everyone thinks it's like, "Oh, he just uppercutted the Monster King."
Exactly.
I like King, but as I mentioned at the beginning, it's like I think they focused a little too much on him. There were some good, dialogue from him with his inner monologue and everything, but yeah, I like his character, like how his personality is. I wish he wouldn't be kind of this liar revealed story probably later down the line. I would like him to actually become a true hero. Like maybe he starts training. Maybe he takes after Saitama and starts the 100 squats, 100, push-ups and so forth, and becomes a true hero. But as he is right now, he's all right,
Somebody arrest Kishin after the podcast.
No.
Dare you?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I heard Kishin said that maybe this joke ran on a little too long. I personally didn't feel that. I thought it was masterful, and like it always surprises me every time they do this shit with King. Like I think like every time they've like shown their trick or shown their hand, and then like what are they gonna do after that? They go and pull this shit. So it's like, wow. I mean, honestly, you know what this is more than anything? You know how like everyone's been having a chapter where they take down somebody and like they get a win.
Yeah.
This is King's win.
I guess technically.
Like think about it, because everybody went. Tatsumaki just defeated Giro, and now it's King, and it's like, okay, now who's King going against? Oh, just some fodder, but like he kills him in like
without
a way that no other person can kill a monster by just talking to them.
Nigga literally used talk no jutsu against the monster. He rolled it.
Bro, King looks scary as fuck doing that.
That was actually one of the comments on my videos. This is better than Naruto's talk no jutsu.
Way better.
I mean, like, because Naruto was able to talk the Bijus out of Obito, and that was pretty significant, but he didn't just straight up kill a guy.
Nope. He couldn't beat Obito by talking to him.
Yeah. The thing about King is like everything benefits him with this talk no jutsu thing. His appearance, like just before we knew anything about King, when I just saw the S-class heroes, I was thinking like, yo, this King dude looks badass with scars and shit. I was
Strong
like,
as hell.
I was like, he about deadly. So he has the appearance going for him, and then just the dialogue, because his choice of words in his chapter, I could see why the monster was like kind of shook by what he said. So he had a good choice of words, and then he has probably the greatest weapon in One Punch Man, maybe more deadly than Saitama's serious punch, the King Engine.
You already know.
Like that shit is undefeated. You can't combat that. I mean, the only one who really like it didn't affect was like G4. It's like fuck that shit, yo, run my face.
Because robots do not know fear.
Yeah.
G4 take that shit. I ain't gonna lie. G4 take the fuck out of that, man.
Well, a funny thing to note is depending on how you count the talk bubbles, like the conjoined ones or not, it only took him 5 to 7 talk bubbles to kill this thing. Naruto needs half a fucking chapter to talk someone down.
Bro, if I remember too, in the best chapter of One Punch Man that's ever been released, he was writing a manga, I believe. So this is like, he's a mangaka, bro. This nigga knows what he's doing out here with the vocab and shit. He can do it, bro.
I think he might have been writing like a slice of life, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or maybe an ecchi. One or the other. But King is kind of like Aizen. You know, like that's like what his thing is. And he's even more stronger than Aizen because like Aizen needs to activate so he gets you to like get his stuff going. You need to look at his Zanpakuto, but if you just are in the vicinity of King, then his ability activates. And like you can't escape it essentially. Like you're in his trap and like reality is just whatever is gonna happen, you know?
Well, once you've heard the King engine, you're already doomed, huh?
That actually could be it. That could be the trigger.
Yeah.
Like once you hear it, you fall under the Genjutsu.
That has quite a range on it, presumably. You know,
loud as fuck, bro. Hell yeah, bro. This shit, like, oh damn, man. It was perfect, bro. Like, and then that one panel too, where he's towering over Waganma with the white eyes, and he looks like as big as Escanor, dog. Oh man, King did that thing to niggas in chapter, bro. That was badass, bro.
I was gonna say it kind of this like the King versus this sludge monster thing kind of reminded me of a little bit of Zoro and Monet, back in what the fuck arc was that?
Punk Hazard.
Yeah,
How
Punk
much?
Hazard.
Yeah, Punk Hazard. Like when Zoro cut her and then she tried to reform, but she couldn't because she was just so scared. Like that's what it reminded me of. Like he just lost all composure. It just literally, he just
Killed himself.
did it to himself. Yeah, he did it to himself.
And to even draw that parallel closer, the fact that he kind of melts. Monet was made out of snow. So she basically melted as well. Or at least, fell apart.
Melted out of fear, bro. Like the dialogue was fucking hilarious. He's like, my center of gravity is becoming unbalanced. The kid's bones that I formed are piercing through my vitals. So the shit you made it. Oh, bro.
Man.
This shit was ridiculous, bro. But had we seen this monster before at all or no?
I think we met a cousin.
What?
Or at least a possibly related monster. I think it was during the Purry fight. Remember all those monsters we kept talking about in the background and stuff?
The snowman?
Vacuuma sucked up and took all their powers.
Mm-hmm.
There was one I kept calling Slush Puppy or Sludge Puppy. I think this might be related to it.
Huh. What chapter was that?
105.
I'll get a picture of it.
Oh yeah, there's one called Venom.
Oh no, I see what you're talking about. He doesn't look like him. Like his face is completely different, but he still does have like a kind of lumpy, mushy body.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're not super related, but there might be a connection.
Yeah, they're in the same genus of monster.
Cause I was thinking, cause this happened with the G4 boys and some of them in the prisoners too. Like they were shown in silhouette form or in a different form, like in the whenever Orochi ate Awakened Cockroach, there was a bunch of monsters there in the background too, and we've seen a lot of monsters along the way. Like even when the Emperor number was going off, we saw monsters on the stairways and stuff. So I was thinking that this one might have been foreshadowed because he looks somewhat familiar. So to any of you viewers, if you guys know or have seen this monster before, if you guys can drop a chapter number, we'll give you credit for that shit. But if not, then damn, bro, King out here just, woo, King,
He
man.
make him putty.
Oh shit.
It's creepy that its face remains, though.
Yeah, yeah. Just sitting there in this ledge and stuff. Yeah. Man, I got like in my reaction, bro. I got so excited because like I told you guys, I had that theory that King was gonna show up next to the body of Orochi or some shit and get credit for it, and Child Emperor were gonna run up on him and they were gonna leave the association or some shit like that. And then Waganma shows up. So I was like, no, it's about to happen. And I thought Child Emperor was gonna come out, but I think that's what like tipped me off early as fuck, because there was like one or two people in my comment section that didn't know what was going on, and that like they said that it caught him off guard, but like. Not only did the dialogue, but the fact that Child Emperor wasn't there was a huge giveaway. But King revealed another one of his secret powers. Did you guys notice?
What was
I
that?
wouldn't call
Here
it.
we go.
The power that King revealed was he has the ability to erase his presence.
Okay.
Does
He
he?
goes like in the state of that suit, like Hunter x Hunter. Like you can't
Even more than that, bro. They them niggas can't turn into clouds, bro, or microbial life forms and shit. Like this nigga's about to turn into a germ.
Oh my goodness.
If it wasn't for Waganma coming in at the right time, he would have like just erased his shit, bro. Disappeared.
Bruh, if he started phasing through shit like Obito, like he just goes through shit, I'll be done. I'll be done with the series.
Yeah. That's something that you just don't need to. This ain't Mob Psycho. I don't want to see nothing crazy like that. Chill out.
What's up, Zarso? What'd you think of the chapter, bro?
Short and sweet. I really enjoyed it. You get a little more Tatsumaki. That's never a bad thing. Psycho's about to get ripped the fuck out of the little meat puppet, so we get to finally see Psychos and all of their glory. Gender not confirmed as of yet. King at the end of the chapter, fucking ridiculous. Like of all the ways things had to go down, it had to go down like that. As for the credit for Orochi, I actually didn't think anyone was going to get the credit, or if anyone was even like going to notice Orochi. Same way like Boros kind of happened. It was like, oh yeah, Boros is up inside, but no one even knew Boros kind of even existed, save for Saitama. So it should be interesting to see who gets the credit. I mean, it could be Darkshine towards the end if they're like, hey, did you fight like a really strong monster? And he's like, yeah, it was a fucking scary dude. And it's like, yeah, well, I was the boss, so I guess I'm strong. And further perpetuate the idea that like they're not the ones that take on the stronger monsters. It's still Saitama, or this arc might actually give Saitama the credit that he deserves. Honestly, it can go either way.
I think that's like what's not gonna happen for sure. I think that's for sure not gonna happen in this arc. But it is One Punch Man is known for being completely unpredictable. So like if one threw that wrench in the storyline to reveal Saitama's power to some of the heroes, nigga, it's that. The one I do think is the closest to learning the secret, just like Bang and Genos and some of the others have, is Tatsumaki herself. She heard the dialogue between Genos and Saitama coming out of the ship. She's seen the peculiarity between their interaction several times, and now she's even directly hearing from Giro who killed Orochi. So if anybody were to do what you're saying, I think it would only be Tatsumaki, if not some other insignificant person. But I'm pretty sure that there's like 4 to 5 association guys that know Snek and Lightning Max pretty much know, but I think they're piecing it together more so. And they also may be in the category of Fubuki, where Fubuki knows that he's crazy strong, but she doesn't know the extent. She still thinks that he's like just strong, or that there may be other S-class heroes that are stronger than him. And I'm not talking about King. King is the exception. Everybody thinks he's stronger than everybody else. I'm talking about like she may think that Bang or like Tatsumaki herself or others are stronger than Saitama, but we'll see how that plays out later on.
I mean, she still thinks that Sweet Mask could take on Saitama at this point right now. So shows you exactly who thinks what. Tatsumaki, I feel like she might need a bit more convincing than just like a simple. Oh yeah, he punched this monster dead. It's like, well, she does the same thing all the time. I don't think that's gonna prove shit to her personally.
I think she would literally have to fight him.
Yeah,
And she's gonna have to she's gonna keep having excuses for why things happen because I think she's so disillusioned with the ranks and whatnot that unless he was an actual S-class hero, I think she would actually have to physically fight him for her to believe his rank or his strength. I mean,
I think that's kind of the case. It's like they're so delusioned because he's dealt with some of the more scarier threats to the point where it's all like most of the fights that they go through, they might go through some scary monsters, but at the same time, it's like Tatsumaki is so overpowered that she's never actually. That doesn't say that she's ever had someone put her through the ringer. So again, this might be the case.
That would be badass if she finds out by fighting him. Yeah, or by him like just tanking out her shit. Like, why did you deal with that? How did you eat that? That would be funny to see.
one thing that Fubuki said that was interesting, at least to me, when she was noticing the fight between Gero and Tatsumaki, she said that Tatsumaki was exerting a lot of her physical powers, and it seemed because if anybody knows Tatsumaki the best, it will be Fubuki. She pretty much she knows when she's coming, like easy. But it was interesting to me because I was thinking like, what if Tatsumaki is just acting like this fight between her and Gero is easy work? I still think she's way stronger, but what if it's actually taking a lot out of her to do what she did to Gero?
Yeah, she may not have
That would
a
be
lot
pretty
of
interesting.
stamina.
That actually goes with her compliment because she was like an elegant and nuanced usage of your psychic abilities. Who taught you how to do it? Yeah, that's damn nigga. So you think she might be bluffing? Nah, bro. The sexy smile and how she has her hips thrown. She can't be lying, bro. Not like that. Come on.
Tatsumaki seems like a prideful person. I don't think she would ever want to look like she's exerting any type of effort into a fight, at least to me.
Not only that, but like it's very rare when she gives out compliments on people's skills and abilities. So if anything, that correlating with the fact that Fubuki said that there's someone actually, forcing her sister to actually use some
Hypes up girl.
Some decent psychic abilities, it shows that for the most part, Gero, while she might not be at Tatsumaki's level, is clearly drawing out a lot more of her abilities than what people would normally see for on a day-to-day basis, at least for most normal monsters.
100%. I don't mean to bring this up again because we had the same thing last podcast, and people kept telling me it's because it's Saitama, bro. It's because it's Saitama, but I think I was lowballing Gero because of how Gero tanked her shit and how Saitama just handled his shit. So if I think I can give Gero a high dragon ranking. So that's gonna be it for the discussion for 109. But we're gonna continue it with your opinions and your thoughts. We asked you guys a few questions in the summary of the chapter, and they were as follows. Number one, if you were dating Tatsumaki, would you cheat on her with Fubuki?
What type of question?
That's what I'm saying.
Zarsu?
I don't want to die, so. But at the same time, I really don't care about my life because monsters are all over the place. Honestly, nah. I'm be faithful only because if she hitting right, then there's no need to cheat. So it is what it is. If she really hitting right, there's no need to cheat. Not not even a little bit.
Kishin?
Let's see. I'd have to say Fubuki's, quite worth the risk. But yeah, I'm not dying over that. I'm breaking up with Tatsumaki as respectfully as I can because she seems like she would be the jealous ex-girlfriend. It's like, You dumped me for my fucking sister.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that either. You can't break up with her for
Pretty much like that's the fear. It's like, oh yeah, it's like let me break up real quick and then we can be together. No, I'm gonna be turned to a fucking like I'll be torn asunder. No.
I'm saying
For a breakup?
you either have to cheat or you just don't. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't do that. I didn't think about it like that, Kishin. Like you would have fucked up in a whole new way. What's up, Satsuki?
Black men don't cheat. I want to follow that trend. I'm not going to cheat, and I want to keep my life too. Win-win. I mean, it's not a bad thing. You still get Tatsumaki, but it's just, of course, the temptation is there. Don't get me wrong. The temptation is there. There will be regret for you getting with Tatsumaki first, but it is what it is. I mean, you signed up for it.
He said regret.
You have to. You got to go talk to Fubuki like every Christmas and holiday and everything, and it's like, shit, did I hook up with the wrong sister?
Damn, bro. Yo, why you presented that, bro? Imagine you sitting at the dinner table, right? And like, and the Fubuki Tatsumaki's dad is sitting there, passing out food. And you're like, "Are you liking the food, boy?" And you smile at him, shit, casually, and then you look away, and then you see Fubuki sitting there, like eating mashed potatoes, with her titties like all perked up and shit, and then she drops a little bit of gravy on her titties, dog. So, but
the breast is good.
Why you gotta do that?
I mean, the
Why you
chicken
do that
breast.
to mashed potatoes? That's my question. You gotta do it to mashed
and then,
potatoes too.
and then when the gravy falls out her titties and shit, she puts her finger down there, licks it up.
It's because
Here we
Grimm
go.
is the kind of guy that would sculpt boobs in his mashed potatoes.
Fair enough.
Because that's where his mind is.
I'd be a high level sculptor if I did that, bro. What about you, Zhoniin?
So you guys know I've studied One Punch Man for a while now, and in my studies, I've come across something by the name of One Hurricane. and One Hurricane is pretty much canon, so it's taught me that you don't really have to have one or the other. You can have both.
Oh no.
Yo, this man is dirty!
Wait. I gotta challenge that. Okay, cause One Hurricane is like, that's head canon. It's like,
I mean, it was written by one and illustrated.
it's just that the personalities in One Hurricane, they're a little altered to fit situations,
I
so
think
certain
it's
things can happen.
implied that they were tipsy during these chapters.
Bro, hold up. Y'all read that shit?
They had some drinks off panel.
I don't even know what the hell we're talking about at this moment.
One Hurricane is like it's like a one punch, like. Well, you guys explain it because I haven't actually read it.
Okay.
It's just it's a bonus chapter where 3 consenting adults.
Zhoniin, you Zhoniin, you piece of shit! I can't even take you seriously now. I swear on my life, I can't even take you seriously. His side chapter, you fucking. You know what? I agree with Zhoniin 100%, but at the same time, I'd rather not be turned into mincemeat. It's just, you know what? Keep going.
Oh shit, bro.
What you doing, Grimm? What you doing?
Oh, you asking me, bro? All right, look, all right, so let's go back to this dinner situation, right? Tatsumaki sitting right next to me on my left. She's like, pass the biscuits, babe. And matter of fact, she didn't even pass the biscuits. She's psychic as fuck, but she still wants me to do it because she wants to depend on her bae and shit like that. So I pass her the biscuit or whatever, right? So I take a sneak peek at those Fubuki titties, and I'd be like, "Hey, Fubuki, you got some gravy right there." But I wouldn't look that hard because Tatsumaki gets. But that would be the first step in me, yes, cheating on Tatsumaki for Fubuki. I do it, bro. Fuck it, dog. Fuck it, bro. Like, what is life without taste? Like, all right, are you seriously telling me if you were in the One Punch verse and you had, low S class level. Matter of fact, no. You're a high S class, bro. You're like the number 3 strongest S class hero, bro. You wouldn't try to fuck Fubuki?
That's like so this man said like yo like you're like Bang because you're like Bang but like you're not Tatsumaki. So are you gonna cheat on Tatsumaki?
Which just means that she's still greater than you and would kill you.
Wait, Grimm. But we didn't agree to all of it. That's a big caveat, bro. Because I'm thinking of myself as a normal ass human being. I didn't think I was going to be like this powerful Boros god, nigga. I didn't think all that.
All right, but all right. So I'm some average nigga, right? Just walking down the street. I just left the local I was at Dos S's BDSM shop, right? I just pulled out of there.
We're pulling from that backstory again.
Bruh, here we go.
And then Fubuki walks up right when Tatsumaki's giving me a phone call to come home for dinner. Yeah, I'm missing dinner that night, bro. Yeah, I'm getting that pussy, 100%. She can sense it all she wants. If I die that day, it's gonna be stroking.
I mean, I don't think it's worth dying for. Honestly, and it's coming from like one of the biggest Fubuki stands ever. I don't think it's worth dying for it because what Tatsumaki could do to you, she doesn't even have to kill you. She could just torture you for the rest of your life.
Pretty much.
I mean, but Fubuki can suck your dick from far away, bro.
So can Tats,
can rip it off from miles away.
Yeah, like it's like the difference.
It's like, oh, I can feel it in the force. You get your dick sucked, it ain't by me. So let's remove that problem, shall we? Oh, there we go. Problem solved.
Kishin and Grimm self-confirmed, bro.
What?
One thing that she can't do though.
Things she can do to the human body, and I don't want any of them.
Pretty much.
She can't give you a boob job though. Hey. Yeah.
She hasn't had that done. Like there should be a side chapter of her like looking into it.
Wow, man. It's probably one hurricane. The second question we asked was Tatsumaki versus Orochi.
Oof. Same thing. Well, I think I said I picked Tatsumaki over Orochi, so I'm still going to go with that. Nothing to really base it off of too much. I mean, we got defeats from this Gyoro fight, but nothing to really put Tatsumaki over Orochi. But at the same time, I don't think there's anything you can definitively say you have feats of Orochi that puts him over Tatsumaki. It's just however you see the fight going, your scenario.
Zarso?
I'd have to agree with Satsuki. It's pretty much that. If I had to really give it to you, straight, I would say if anything, Tatsumaki seems like she could block like the most dangerous thing about Orochi, which is like this whole breath attack. So if she can keep that up pretty much passively, then yeah, you know what? I can see her blocking most of his attacks and pretty much tearing him apart. That is, of course, if like she could even psychically affect his body physically, because you don't know how physically powerful he is. But I give it to Tatsumaki definitely a high diff fight. Because let's be honest now, if it's not Saitama, it's like I can only see it being a high diff fight.
I definitely would consider it very competitive. Like she's going to give him a good fight. But, while we did see her block his Ryo Hamehameha, that was just one tendril of lightning coming off of it. She wasn't where Saitama was, so I'm not sure she could take it straight to the face, as it were, She would probably be doing pretty good until he gets to that point in the fight.
Tatsumaki high diff is fair. Like a really high diff, like she'd really take it down, but she could probably get the job done. Just taking a guess.
All right. The next question we asked was Giro's drone eye versus the mosquito in chapter 5.
I'm going the drone.
So then
We're
you
talking-
admit that the drone is faster than Saitama?
Crazy. Cause remember that cause that mosquito, crazy stats, ridiculous stats I've never seen.
The durability, the speed. Yo.
Jesus Christ, a full a serious slap.
No, he was mad, bro. He was angered, bro. That was enraged, serious.
I look at it like this: if that mosquito tried to suck blood or whatever out of that drone, God knows what it's sucking out that's probably going to kill it.
Pussy juice?
I don't know,
What?
maybe. We don't know what the
What?
hell those things are made out of.
True.
The next question we asked was, can Tatsumaki take a Millennium Emperor in Omo?
I think so.
Pretty much the same
Yes.
as last one, yeah.
I'm kind of putting it in the same league as the Orochi one.
Alright. The next question we asked is, name 3 dragons Giro can beat.
Gero, dragons. Shit. Well, damn. I need to think of some dragons.
Bakuzan,
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Get that nigga the fuck up out of here.
Phoenix Man first form. Resurrected form.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wait, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on dragons right now, but let me look up some dragons I can see. But yeah, I agree with Bakuzan 100%. Because, yeah.
I really Bakuzan
Forgot he
too.
was a dragon.
And pretty much any dragon without some form of special ability, I can see taking L from Tatsumaki, seeing as how that's her thing, is her special ability. But if I had to give you an actual
Beefcake?
fucking beefcake, he might be the exception. He might be the exception. If she tried to physically try to do anything to him, I can't see it because it's just it seems like it's out of her out of her range of ability. Kind of similar to a prehistoric king. It's like she never did anything physical or anything directly to him. She had to do something else outside the box, as it were.
To who?
To Subterranean Emperor, right? No, was it Ancient King?
Yeah.
Is that webcomic? Oh, you talking about the dinosaur?
Yes.
Who's a dragon?
No, we never get his disaster level, but he's also only in the anime.
Okay.
More reason he never got a disaster.
Yeah. The next question we asked was, did Giro and Fubuki date in the past?
No. No, nigga.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna go ahead with a no on that one.
But would be a cool plot twist.
Yeah, that would be cool, but I think the likelihood of it is slim.
Alright, bro.
Now, if this was made by Hollywood today, totally. They would be dating. But it's made by Warner Murata, so likely not.
I'll be fine with it, but it's cool.
Alright. The next question we asked is, how'd you feel about Fubuki pulling her hair behind her ear?
What is with these?
I swear, bro. I read some of these and I was like, yo, I swear, do I really have to
Yeah, this is every podcast, though, so
It's a question, right?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of cute, but at the same time, it's like, yo, get your stats up, kid. Pretty much how I felt.
Viewers, we got 2 people to arrest us in the stream now.
Bro.
Niggas were not finna talk shit about Fubuki in front of me, nigga. Hell no.
Is that all this was? Just to see who was gonna talk shit?
Pretty much feels like the way.
Nah, bro, you supposed to praise Fubuki. She's the princess. She looked amazing. I need new underwear. I use
I
condoms
need
now.
new underwear. Why would I ever out myself like that?
Whenever I read chapters, I have people tell me if Fubuki's in there so I can wear a condom beforehand.
Oh, goodness.
You know how like unbelievably horny for that to happen. Like ravenous.
Like the wind has to blow by your neck, and you have to go take a shower each time. That's how that's how sensitive you have to be. If that is exactly what happened, when you saw Fubuki, like just brush your hair away, cause.
Oh,
Dang, 3 shots out of the chamber. It's already damn.
Bang and Bomb versus Giro Giro.
Overkill.
Yep.
Overkill?
I think they individually could take her down.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know about individually. After what I've seen, I don't know about individually. However, I would say if they're as good as Garo in terms of like physical ability, because Giro Giro tried to control his movements, and he's such a physical dynamo. It doesn't seem like she was able to. I would say if anything, if you have 2 of those dudes at the same time, she's gonna have a lot of trouble. So I would say yeah, for sure, those 2 over Giro Giro together. Alone, you have a better. That's a bit easier on her part. So I'd probably be like mid to high div solo, but together definitely like a mid div.
The next question we asked was, who's your favorite group? A, the King group.
Who does the King group consist of?
Yeah, I was trying to think
Just
about
King.
King.
Names.
It's called Me, Myself, and I.
The new Fubuki group.
That one.
The Samurai Disciples, or the support team on the surface.
The new Fubuki group.
I'm
You
going
got
with the support
Fubuki. You got Bang, Bomb, Dr. Kusano, Geno, Saitama. That shit is overpowered.
What about you guys?
I'm gonna say the support group up top, because at the end of the day, I actually did like their intro. They're actually like a couple of new heroes that actually seemed pretty interesting. Plus the Hero Association says that these guys in the future might be S class, so it shows potential for for like later on in the series. So I definitely like them.
Bet.
Man, it's
Mizuki
gonna
Chan
be
for life.
so long before that's touched on.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Did you like King's new move, Microbial Presence?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
it was great. I loved it.
I didn't love it because at the end of the day, it kind of goes against the King engine and how he has terrible luck. Like that move literally doesn't work for crap. A monster still found him somehow, some way, even though like his presence was gone. Get out of here.
He didn't turn it on yet, bro. He didn't turn it on, bro. Yo, we gonna stop this King slander, bro. Ain't none of that shit around these parts,
Walking
nigga.
down the hall.
Won't take too kindly to that around here, bro.
He was walking down the hall praying to God that it would work, and it failed perfectly. So,
You know what we do to King haters around here?
good question. What?
We fuck them.
Sus.
On to the
So
next.
much sus.
I still wouldn't call this exactly a move until he's actually done it.
Shaking my head, bro.
Like, he was just discussing it. Like, okay, I either become like a cloud or like a microbe. Which one's better in this situation?
The next question we asked is, did Waganma trick you, or did you figure it out?
He got me. He got my ass.
Yeah, I don't think there was like any way for. I mean, all right, before he reveals he's the monster, and he starts acting weird, I think it's pretty unanimous at that point that it's not him.
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, "Oh yeah, can I finally put myself at ease and act like a spoiled kid again?" Literally, it's like, okay, that's clearly like Wagama. I don't see the difference. I'm not gonna lie. Completely didn't see that coming.
Yeah, he had the personality on point. I was just like, this bitch ass nigga.
What got him a
I
hate?
didn't quite know what to make of it. I was like, why is he here? I hate this character.
Pretty much.
I didn't even make the connection that I was like, wait, where's
Shot
Shot
Emperor?
Emperor at
Yeah.
if he's showing up then? And then that's when the monster reveal happened. And I was like, oh, okay, that's why.
The next question we asked is, King melted a monster without moving a muscle. Name one power that isn't as strong as that.
Reality warping.
Bro, I was trolling.
Name one power that isn't as strong as that.
Oh, that isn't as strong as that.
Invisibility, duplication, almost anything, literally.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The ability to create fire hydrant. The ability to shoot ice cream from your hand.
Oh.
Rocket feet.
Hey, don't shit on Rocket Feet, alright?
God, I hate that character, bro. Fuck, man. All right, on to the next one. Would Darkshine get credit for beating Orochi? We pretty much addressed that already. Darkshine versus Silver Fang Bang.
No comment.
I got Bang.
I got on Bang. Sorry. There ain't no way that's gonna work.
Hold up, bro. Is this a wash, Zhoniin? What's going on, bro?
Come out.
I can't discuss it.
I went Darkshine. So, yeah.
Right,
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna pick Bang. I mean, Darkshine tough, but come on now. There's a reason why it's number 3.
All right. And the final question. Please try to remind me, viewers, because I'll probably forget this, but we're gonna try to make this question consistent throughout the podcast. Who was the star of this chapter? King, Fubuki, or Tatsumaki?
King. This is King's chapter. Like I said before, this is King's chapter. This is his win.
It was about half him, so you know.
You know what? I'm gonna go with King only because that's pretty much accurate. Like we didn't like it was the shortest chapter I've ever seen in a One Punch chapter, save for like maybe like a side chapter, and even then those are pretty long. So yeah, I'll give it to King this time.
All right. Okay, let's see what you guys thought.
So this is from Black Stannis. This is pretty much tradition on the podcast now that I read his comment. So first, I think this was a question of would you cheat on Fubuki if you were dating Tatsumaki? I'm already dating a certain dreadhead, but if I weren't, of course. Yeah. Don't know what you're talking about there, buddy, but move on. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with the one with a perm. I don't know what question this was.
Tatsumaki versus Orochi.
Okay, gotcha.
Crazy.
3, 3. He dead. All right. 4, Mosquito. I agree. 5, she's tanking it like Satsuki tanked my strap on so very well.
Oh no.
Why are you wearing a strap on?
Oh.
Is Black Stannis a girl confirmed? We confirmed it, nigga. He's a girl.
What is the last one? So I'm not saying that.
What a twist. Black Stannis was a hot chick the whole time.
Oh my. Satsuki, bro. That's what you was talking like.
Yeah, good for you, Satsuki.
What if she's beautiful?
No, bro. No. Like, listen, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe none of this. All of this is propaganda. This is not true. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my fucking life.
R. Kelly.
I'm sick. He really did that.
Oh shit.
6, Bakuzan, Jan, Melzgar. I would have to agree with that so far, to be honest. I need to see more from Jan. Well, that's just me. But I got to see more from Jan, like, for real, honestly. 7, definitely they had the female equivalent to Oh, my God. to Satsuki and Ai's relationship. Wait, see?
Oh, okay, all right, then.
What was 7?
So he's a nigga. All right,
Look,
then, never mind.
If
Look,
Ibuki and
definitely,
Kurogoro-
they had the female equivalent to Satsuki and Ai's relationship. That would assume that he is also a male.
Yo,
This
why
is
is
a
he wearing a
man.
strap on, bruh?
Bruh, I don't know, bruh.
I'm not going to say anything. Like I said, I was threatened last podcast, so I'm not stepping into that hole again.
Matt is the
Yo.
only one who has been like just devoid of all of this just horrible shit.
Yeah. There will
Yeah.
come a time, I'm sure.
8, very nice. I don't know what question this was.
How
do you feel about-
the
Oh.
hair behind the ear?
Pretty much.
Okay. 9, I'm going with my stepfather and his brother. 10, always king. 11, yes. 12, yeah, I fell for it. 13, Saitama's punches aren't shit compared to that. All right, bet. 14, probably. 15, bang. 16, king. Shouts out to Matt. Oh, well,
Wow.
Matt got included. Got included.
Hey, now he's
Someone
like,
has a
he-
favorite. In a positive way.
Yeah.
All right.
That dildo thing really got me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not expecting that at all.
I'm pretty much like desensitized to it now.
Or straight banana, too.
Sure.
Number 1, I don't want to die. Good answer. Good answer. Number 2, I'd say Tut's going all out. Oh. Okay. 3, sadly, yes, it feels like manga is making it clear he isn't coming back. Oh. I could see it both ways. 4, Mosquito has unlimited defense but no offense, so I think this fight is a stalemate. I guess that's kind of true. 5, her barrier is insane, so yes. Was that one for the... Oh, that was for the Millennium Emperor Nova.
Yeah.
Tanking. 6, Gums. Like, Gums is not... We don't know anything about Gums. Do we?
I mean, I would say Gums too, just because I'm just assuming that his power is the same thing as Pig God's, which is just eating. So I kind of get that one.
I guess that's fair enough, but it just seems kind of weird to include him when we don't know really anything. But anyway, Nyan and Withered Sprout can't do much against psychic powers, I feel.
1 second. Viewers, there's 2 people that we didn't read because they had webcomic information in there. This is an example of like where it slipped in. Like he mentioned Gums. We haven't seen anything about Gums, so that's obviously that you're getting information about the webcomic spoilers or webcomic. We're just gonna not read yours if that happens more often. So, and we're actually putting it in the questions to not put webcomic info in there. So there's no hard feelings. There's no like, oh, I didn't know situation here. So please, remove webcomic spoilers in your responses.
Anyway, let's see. 7, Nah. Oh, that was the dating question. 8, looks great. Okay, that was for the hair. 9, in general, the brothers are stronger, but Goro can just lift them in the air. I don't believe they can win this. Maybe if they were prepared. How prepared do you think they're going to be? They're not Batman.
Yeah, it's kind of like a psychic attack. It's kind of hard to be prepared for that kind of shit.
10, the Solo King group is the best. At least they understood that there is no real group there. 11, I don't feel like it because it's too strong. That was the new move, microbial presence.
Yeah, there you go. See that? That's the activation. There's a prerequisite for it.
Maybe. 12, it's confusing me greatly. I feel something, but I don't know what. Or I didn't know what. Oh, that was if you were tricked by the sludge puppy knockoff. 13 collapsing star roaring cannon. Wait, what?
Name one attack.
That was
Okay, yeah. I keep forgetting it isn't as strong. Wording, you know, it gets me. 14.
Blame it on me.
I don't do what? 14. I don't think so. King seems like a better option. Okay, so that was for who gets credit. 15. Bang has this one. It won't be easy though. Ooh. So they're giving it to the old man in that fight. And 16. King Engine. So, alrighty, but no hashtag King Engine. Wow. Well, I guess that was technically it, just no hashtag. So
Yeah, that was it. Gang. Up next, I will read.
Now you know this line.
My bad.
I'll read Chub Chub. So Chub Chub says for number 1, only if she didn't find out. If she found out, I would be dead. Confirmed. For number 2, Orochi, as we haven't seen too much of Tatsumaki. True. For number 3 is yes. For number 4, the mosquito. It actually dodged Leta Saitama's blows. Great. Number 5, her shields probably could, but her without them couldn't. Agreed. For number 6, Bakuzan, Neon, and Garo. After his fight with RR and BG. What?
Royal Ripper and Buck Guy.
But before his fight with Orochi. True. For number 7, probably not, but who knows? I don't take Fubuki as a lesbian. True. I mean, I haven't seen her on no dick, but alright. For number 8.
They said that.
Beautiful. For number 9, Bang and Bomb. For number 10, the new Fubuki group. Confirmed, strong as hell. Not as strong as King, though. For number 11, 100% King's new moveset. A new bar that will have to be surpassed by Saitama. And likely won't. For number 12, now it was pretty easy to conclude he was a fake. True. For number 13, water polo, confirmed. For number 14, yes. If Tatsumaki is the one that reports it, and Dark Shine isn't present. True. 15, Bang could just deflect everything Dark Shine has. Dark Shine is physically stronger. Bang's style is perfect for countering his brute force fighting style. True.
That's what I was thinking. Kind of like the tank top versus Garo thing.
Okay. And for number 16, it's King's chapter. Hashtag King Engine. Gang.
I'll read all the ones. If no one's read that one yet. Number 1, bitch, no, you crazy. I don't want to die. Smart man. Clearly cares about his life. Number 2, hard to say. I think Orochi. I think that was Tatsumaki versus Orochi. Number 3, I don't know anyone. I don't know why anyone was thinking he was alive. Rip. Big rip. Number 4, Mosquito. Told you that Mosquito's stats too ridiculous. Number 5, I bet she can. Number 5, can Tatsumaki tank the Millennium Lager? Yeah. I agree. Number 6, GOK. I don't know. EC and Rover. She's slapping the cheeks. JK. What?
Go
6.
Katsu, Elder Centipede, and Rover? What the fuck?
Okay.
This nigga high as fuck. Hell nah.
Why would you choose like 3 the strongest dragons?
I mean, hey man, don't look at me. Don't look at me, bro. He said dragons.
He also wrote JK. He also wrote JK.
Wait, I don't know if he wrote JK to the last thing or just the whole thing in general. I don't
I'd say
know.
the whole thing.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Number 7, no. That was to did Girl and Fuki date in the past. Okay. Number 8, I feel nothing. I only feel for Mizuki.
Oh, he gay.
Yes.
Oh, listen, yeah.
True
Wait,
fan.
he's not gay. He's just not a man of culture and taste.
He's not a man of culture and taste. Yeah, he wants to be. Yeah, he's one of those. He's one of those deviants who will likes being manhandled by a woman.
Country
It is what
bumpkins. Brutes. Oil slickers.
Number 9, they are strong, but going with Gyuro. Okay, fair enough. You know, to each their own. You can be wrong. It's fun. Number 10, Fubuki group. Okay. Number 11, hell yes. That's the microbial presence. Wrong answer, but okay. Number 12, I did because at the start because he was an ass like the real one. Okay. Same here.
So they got fooled. Like I think most of us did.
Pretty much. Number 13, serious punch. Pretty sure that's the correlation between which one isn't as strong as microbial presence. Number 14, more than likely. Number 14 was, will Darkshine get credit for beating Orochi? Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes in the series. Number 15, going with my boy Bang versus Darkshine. Smart. And number 16, it's King's chapter.
All right. No King Engine, so he doesn't get chapter of the week. Shaking my fucking head.
Yeah, no Kings. No hashtag King Engine.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you gotta remember, hashtag King Engine at the end of these, or you're not gonna get that credit because
You don't get a gang. You know you already done. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Pahoho? Pahoho
I'm just gonna go ahead and say no because
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
No, I
at all.
would want to stay on her good side as much as smart. Number 2, Tatsumaki. What's that? Number 3, Orochi is dead. That's too bad. Number 4, Masio can move undetected by the eye drone. It wins because of its stealth bonus. Sure. Number 5, yes. I don't know what that.
That's for Tatsumaki tanking the Emperor.
Oh, the Nova? Yeah, I guess it's pretty unanimous. We all think that she could. Homeless Emperor, Neon, Fura Ugly. So, like, if you're not going into webcomic stuff here, then why do you think Homeless Emperor and Fura Ugly could lose to Psycho? All I'm saying is that, like, either he's just taking a guess because Giro is above them, because, like, Giro recruited them. So it's, I don't know.
There's some logic.
But still, what I'm saying is, like, still, I don't know. Even if he did read the webcomic, I don't know.
The next
Number 7, it is unlikely that they did. Oh, and then the spoiler bar.
Oh.
Plus
So
Fubuki
definitely
is
a
just too.
webcomic reader, presumably.
Yeah, plus Fubuki is just too uptight to date.
This is true.
All you gotta do is melt her butter and then.
Have you seen her try to order dinner? Are you serious?
Wait, all you gotta do is melt her butter?
Yes, you gotta soften her up, and then she'll be fine. I don't know. I eat the
That's
first
worth
thing about. I say weird shit. You people should
Crazy.
know by now.
Crazy.
Wait, that might be a southern thing, actually.
Sounds like a southern thing.
Well,
Yeah, I
Grimm's
never
even
heard
further
that too,
south
but
than I am.
it's kind of cool.
I think I
Yeah.
just made it up on the spot, so it's probably not.
Oh, no, I thought that was like a southern thing. Sounds southern.
Y'all know southerners love them butter.
Number 8, it is okay. Number 9, Bang and Bomb. Yeah, pretty unanimous there too. 10, King Group. Solid. 11, it's OP. What's that?
I think that was
microbial.
yeah.
Oh, nice. 12, I was a little fooled, but also suspicious. Oh, the Waganma.
Yeah.
13, the power to have to punch your opponent. Oh, that's weaker. Okay, nice.
What?
14, no, King will. Number 15, Bang. Interesting. And number 16, King. All checks out.
Not no
for
King Engine.
Hashtag King Engine. No.
Uh-oh. Doesn't check out.
Yeah. That's a man of culture right there, right? He understands the risks, not willing to take anything too crazy. I respect this.
I do disagree with the incentive thing. The incentive is there. The incentive is for Buki. It's just that the consequence is greater than the incentive.
Okay, I think I
The
fucked
incentive is keep your balls. I'm sorry. Like the incentive is just a bit too much for me.
up. All right. For number 2, he says Orochi beats Tatsumaki, but after a hard-fought battle. For number 3, I'd say Orochi's dead. Maybe. For number 4, Mosquito's too fast. Confirmed. Number 5, Tat's shield would protect her, I believe. If not, she could redirect it or dodge it. If it's a direct hit, then no. Her durability is no better than a normal woman, I assume. Damn, bruh. You trying to downgrade a woman's durability? God damn, bruh.
This is anime. We don't believe in that kind of sexist rhetoric. You gotta change your tone, or we're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna change your tone, or we're gonna have to talk about that.
All right. More webcomic spoilers for number 6, assumingly. For number 7, probably not. But imagine the freaky psychic sex. He said, "Imagine it, bro." For number 8, he put. He just dropped the emoji of like, "Oh yes, that's what I like to hear." For number 9, Bang and Bomb win. Goro could have taken on Giro. True. All right. For number 10, the King group confirmed. For number 11, hell yeah. For 12, he tricked me with the discombobulated Pepe face. I thought Child Emperor bit the bullet, like G5 encounter again, and what Gunba isn't in the webcomic. So anything goes. All right. 13, not sure. 14, unlikely. Hopefully. For 15, Bang wins against Darkshine. All right. And for 16, he says King took the chapter. Followed with a King Engine. Gang, gang. All right. So that does it for the hero comments for this week.
Hey.
All right, guys. So after a great chapter, we were able to pull out the nice podcast. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Put your friends on it. Put your mother on it. Put your mama's friend on it. Put your sister's friend on it. Go to the local store. Find the local cashier. Put her on it. Put the cashier next to her on it. Go to the local JCPenney's and put the manager on it. Put the girl trying.
JC's Pennies anymore.
There's no JCPenney's. What?
I don't have any.
I don't know.
Bankrupt. I'm gonna look that.
All right, go
You'd
to
be
the
surprised how many places got bankrupt these days, bro.
go to the local Nike outlet and put them niggas on. Go to the local brothel.
Local brothel.
Yeah,
That is-
we
that's
all have one on the
Steve.
corner.
Yeah, just walk right to it.
And put them on and shit. This is the amazing chapter, so hopefully for the next session we'll be able to pop it out just quickly. Make sure you check out the 108 podcast as well. I know we did it in like less than like 7 days different, so it should be a treat. You should get like 4 hours worth of discussion in between the two chapters. But I did an amazing job keeping up with it. So hopefully next chapter will also come in a short time span. Maybe not this Friday, but maybe maybe Saturday, bro, Sunday. You don't even know, but it could be fast. You don't know, bro. Before we head out though, make sure you check out everybody's channel. Zhoniin's posting up videos like crazy. He had a huge video go to 100K views. That means it's top-notch quality content. So check that shit out. What was the name of that video?
Boros versus Orochi.
Boros versus Orochi, bro. My nigga, slide through that shit. Check that shit out. Like the fuck out that bitch. Satsuki put out what was it? A top 10 Attack on Titan moments, some shit like that. What was it?
Underrated Attack on Titan characters.
Bro, I like.
And spoilers for like that's spoilers for people who don't read the manga. So yeah.
If you guys don't know, Attack on Titan is being rated like I guess the #1 anime in terms of recent episodes on a certain site or certain sites. So check out his channel if you guys are followers of Attack on Titan. Not only just One Punch Man. He puts out all kinds of shit all the time. What's up, Kishin Prime?
I don't know why you called me that. Only the ladies. But I did as of this recording, 2 volumes of power-ups for Tatsumaki.
Oh damn! Does she grow bigger breasts in those videos?
No, but maybe that'll be in volume 3 if it comes.
Oh shit. I think that's about it. Zarsha, you don't have a channel yet, right? Still have
Nope.
a channel? Fucking Zarsha.
Still bumming.
Fucking bumming like a bum, bro. Alright, man. But you guys already know what it is. Come through again. Make sure, like I said before, like, subscribe. The larger our family grows, the more we can do, bro. We're talking about, like, when Zhoniin does his face reveal, bro, whenever that is, we can do entire fucking skits and shit, bro. We can, bro, these backstories that we talk about, we can make them. We can make the backstories, bro. Subscribe, bro. Subscribe. We make look.
Also, don't forget #NotMyFabuki.
Yeah. Hop in the comments below and let us know if you think Little Ray Black, I think was her name. Yeah, Little Ray Black. If she looks like Fubuki or not. That picture I posted on the screen earlier. Check that out. She could be lesbian, right, bro?
Why does that matter?
Kabuki?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I read Yuri series, so I mean, I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. In fact, I would embrace it, but I just don't believe that Murata or one will go in that direction with Fubuki. But hey, we can still have some scenes. She doesn't have to be lesbian, but she can have some scenes that would imply that. That's fine.
Oh shit! I like the way you think. I'm like, y'all make sure to check out the next podcast, man. Yo ho ho!